Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with Cruise Tips TV. Welcome to our 7th vlog. Thank you all so much for taking our little poll last week about how long you want these vlogs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk for an hour today. Just kidding, no I'm not, but thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're still analyzing the results and it's very, very helpful. We also have great news. This is my happy dance. Do you know what that happy dance is for? Yes, indeed, we are booking a cruise. We have decided to sail on Carnival Imagination to film and report back to you with all of the exciting Fun Ship 2.0 refurbishments, including Guy's Burger Joint and the Blue Iguana Cantina, both of which I have never tried in all of my Carnival cruises because, believe it or not, the ships I've been on just don't have those things. So we are so excited. If there's anything that you want to learn about Carnival Imagination and that you want us to check out on board, let us know. Otherwise, you can count on a full ship tour, probably some fun food videos. I will probably do some sort of a pack with me video before we go, and we're gonna have a blast with it. We are planning to go to Catalina and Ensenada, and we may not get off the ship in Ensenada because we'll be busy filming and enjoying the pools, by the way, but we'll definitely be getting off the ship in Catalina and hopefully doing something fun. Give us your ideas for both of those ports in the comments below if you can. In other fun Cruise Tips TV news, we've made some little updates to our logo, and you're gonna learn a little bit more about that in the coming weeks. We decided it would be fun to christen our logo, not with a bottle of champagne, but with a cake. And we have put together a fun little behind the scenes video of our cake baking family experience. And you will soon see what I mean by fun. We are not professional bakers, and it is a hilarious and quite ridiculous experience. So watch for that. I think we're gonna post that time-lapse video somewhere around Thursday, and we'll be sure to let you know on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter when that's coming, so watch for it. That will be a blast. Now let's get to our subscriber questions this week. We have quite a few, so I'll try to power through them if I can. As always, leave your contributions to these questions in the comments below because this is a fun, interactive experience. All right, Natalie Trailer is heading out in 20 days to go somewhere. Natalie, where are you going? I don't know where you're going. Are you going on a cruise? She wants to know a little bit about getting some packets together before she goes. It sounds like Natalie is very organized, way more organized than I am, and even leaves a grandparent folder behind. But she wants to know if we do anything like this when we travel, and if so, what we include in our packets. Well, we take our little guy with us on every cruise, so we don't leave a grandparent packet, but we do pack something with us every time. We actually, Natalie takes something that looks like this, and it is jammed full of everything, including my kitchen sink. The only things that it sounds like I pack that you didn't mention would be sticky notes and a highlighter pen. Sticky notes are for leaving notes for each other once we get on the cruise. Highlighter pen is for making notes about things we want to do in the daily newsletter. I also take a lanyard like this with my cruise card, so that right when I get on the ship, I can take this sucker and pop it around my neck. Can't live without it. Also, in the back of this is our tipping money, like you mentioned, 1s and 5s, and copies of our passports. I do not normally keep the passports in the same location as my passports, but rather, once we get onto the ship, we'll put them in the safe and leave them there, but we always separate the copies from the actual passports. I hope I covered everything, but everything goes in here. Trip itineraries, emails from resorts, anything that we could possibly need. And I just cram it in this little guy. It goes around my neck on embarkation day with my passports in it. And once we get on board, I might take some of the itineraries and things like that I put in here and put them on the wall with a magnet so that we can see what we're doing on a day-by-day cruise, especially for a longer cruise when we actually might forget what we're doing. So I hope this is helpful to you. And thank you for the great question, Natalie. Our next question is from Light Life. And this person wants to know a little bit more about behind the scenes tours. Do I think it's worth it? I absolutely think it's worth it. If you can get on a behind the scenes tour or a bridge tour on your cruise, you should absolutely do it. It's wonderful. A few things that you might want to know about them. You should plan on doing a lot of walking, so wear comfortable shoes. Sometimes you will walk for more than an hour, maybe 2 hours straight on one of these tours. Also, they will require you to wash your hands very, very well. In fact, you will scrub your hands from the fingertips all the way to the elbows, and it's kind of unique and interesting and something that catches people off guard because they want to make sure that no one is sick. They'll also ask you and your party if you've had any illnesses over the recent week or so, and if you have, you are not allowed to go in the kitchen. You won't be able to go on the tour, but we highly recommend anything like that. Make sure that you check with the cruise staff if you don't see it in your newsletter, because sometimes they don't publish when the behind the scenes tours will take place until maybe the day before. So you might want to ask around so that you can get yourself on the list for that. They're generally somewhat exclusive. Hope that helps, and thank you for the great question. Steve Roth mentioned to us, this is more of a tip than a question, but I wanted to share it with everyone, that NCL does offer bonus points when booking at least 9 months in advance. And yes, they do. And that is an awesome perk, meaning that if you book your Norwegian cruise 9 months in advance, you get double your loyalty points or latitude points. You can also double your points if you book in a suite, not a mini suite, but something like the Haven or a regular suite. And we think that that's pretty darn cool. So thank you very much, Steve. And I know that you've contributed a lot on our channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Our next question is from P1R Baby Bull, wanting to know where the best place is to view the stars at night on deck. We were so excited when you asked this question. My husband got online and actually found something so cool that we did not know about, and that is that Princess Cruise Lines has stargazing experiences as part of their cruises now, part of their Discovery at Sea program. Did you know that? I did not know that. So I think that's amazing. I don't know if you're going on a Princess cruise, but if you are, you might want to look into that. To answer your question, with my limited experience on stargazing, I would say that you would definitely want to try to go towards the back of the ship, because in general, the back of the ship is two things. One, it is less windy, and two, there are less lights. So maybe find a nice quiet pool or hot tub area. You'll probably find that there are less people back there. Hope that helps you. All right, next question is from SoCal Seth. Hi, Seth. Seth wants to know what our favorite ports that we love exploring. Looks like Seth is going on a Royal Caribbean cruise, Enchantment of the Seas, this fall. We have two favorite ports. I'm going to focus on the Caribbean because that's where you're going. One of the coolest places we've ever been in the Caribbean on a cruise was Half Moon Cay. And you guys have seen those pictures where they have that big blue sign that says, "I wish I could stay here forever." That is Half Moon Cay. The water is still and calm and Caribbean blue and beautiful, and that place is heaven. If you have the opportunity to go there, do it. Another place that we absolutely love is Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. When we went on that cruise, we took a ferry from Tortola to Virgin Gorda and went to a magical place called the Baths. Google the Baths and you'll see what I mean. It is this gorgeous rock formation meets the sea, just insane place that you have to see once in your lifetime. Definitely a bucket list place, so make sure that you go there. Thank you very much, Seth, for your question. Habitat for Herbivores, who also has a great channel, by the way. I think she's a vegan and does a lot of stuff with Disney and has been on some cruises, so check out her channel. Asked us if we have a least favorite cruise line, and she said she's read some negative reviews about Carnival. So we're gonna give you our take on this. No, we don't. We've never been on a cruise that we don't like. We have been on Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Holland America, and Princess cruises. We love them all for different reasons. We do not really like short cruises. 2 to 4 and 5 day cruises are not our favorite. And we do not sail during crazy times like spring break. We have less favorite times to cruise, but not least favorite cruise lines. They're all wonderful for different reasons. So I'm sorry I didn't give you a more direct question, but that is the honest to goodness truth. Next is a question from Joanne. Joanne wants to know if we've ever been on Carnival and what we like and don't like about it. Yes, we have been on Carnival many times. We love that it's a great value, and we think the food is surprisingly good. The rumors out there about the food, in my opinion, are not true. Carnival has awesome food, and sometimes it's our favorite food. What we don't like quite as much, their loyalty program is a little bit lacking compared to other cruise lines, but that is to be expected because they are a value leader. Also, the ships on our particular coast are a little bit old. We live on the west coast of the United States, so the ships that are sailing over here versus over in Florida and the Caribbean are a little bit older, and we would love to experience some of the newer ships, so that's a downside, but not really too much of a downside. We love Carnival, sail with them all the time. We have a few tips for everyone now that come directly for our subscribers, and I think that they're a lot of fun. The first one comes from Juliet Delta Oscar. Okay, Juliet has the coolest motion sickness tip that I've never heard before. She said that she suggests green olives, and there's more information about this in her full comment. I'm gonna go ahead and let you read that if you're interested, but it has something to do with the impact of salivation when you eat a green olive. She also said that green apples are a great remedy. So check this stuff out if you get motion sick. I think that's awesome. Thank you so much, Juliet, for that awesome tip. Night Audit also has offered for anyone who's going to Victoria, British Columbia, which is a very frequent stop on Alaska cruises, to shoot him a line, and he can give you a few hidden things to see and some of the better free sites in our fair city. I think that's an awfully generous offer, so check out that comment and be sure to get in touch with Night Audit if you plan on going to Victoria on your cruise. Well, everybody, that is pretty much it for us today. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope you are as excited as we are about booking a cruise. Again, my happy dance. We cannot wait. We're so excited. It has been a long time. We haven't been on a cruise since last November, so let us know if there's anything that you would like to request in terms of special episodes, maybe a vlog on board, something like that, leave it in the comments below. Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye! Hey, click me to subscribe.